Bluffing, reading your opponent, going all in with nothing. These are the moments that made poker history. Today we're counting down the top 10 poker hands of all time, featuring legendary plays, mind-blowing folds, and the greatest bluffs ever caught on camera. This wasn't just a bad beat, it was a poker nightmare. At the 2017 World Series of Poker main event, Vanessa Selbst flopped top set with pocket aces on an ace 7-5 board. Gayla Bauman, she flopped a smaller set with pocket sevens. Then came the turn.
Quad alert! Quad alert!
Bye-bye, Vanessa.
Oh.
Bauman moved all in on the river, Selbst tanked, and called. She was eliminated on day one, in one of the most painful coolers ever caught on camera.
And that hand reverberates through Brasilia.
It's like you can have ace-7 of hearts there, so how can I fold?
In high-stakes poker season 5, Tom Dwan faced Barry Greenstein and Peter Eastgate in a memorable hand. Dwan held queen and 10, Greenstein had pocket aces, and Eastgate had 4 and 2. The flop came 10-2-2, giving Eastgate trips deuces, Dwan top pair, and Greenstein an overpair. Greenstein raised, and Dwan re-raised significantly.
Dwan's going to raise to 37,300.
I don't know what he's doing.
After Eastgate folded, Greenstein called. On the turn, Dwan made a substantial bet, leading Greenstein to fold his aces. Dwan's aggressive play won him the pot, showcasing his fearless style.
Wow.
Barry throws it away.
In the 2003 World Series of Poker main event, amateur Chris Moneymaker faced pro Sam Farha heads-up. Moneymaker missed his draws and held on king high. Farha had a pair of nines. Moneymaker went all in, bluffing.
And the pair of nines is best.
I'm all in.
Chris is all in.
Chris Moneymaker going all in with nothing.
A stunning play from Moneymaker.
Farha folded. The bluff shifted momentum, leading Moneymaker to victory and igniting the poker boom.
Moneymaker bluffs Sam Farha out of a big stack of money.
And considering this situation, I know we're early in the century, but that's the bluff of the century.
In the 2005 Monte Carlo Millions final, Phil Ivey and Paul Jackson engaged in a legendary bluffing battle. Both players held marginal hands, but exchanged a series of aggressive bets and raises.
I've got queen high, but I'll take a stab at it. And look at this! Re-raised by Jackson. Wow.
How much you got left?
We are looking at two guys bluffing with nothing. Both of them.
All in.
What?
After multiple re-raises, Jackson folded, and Ivey claimed the pot with queen high. A masterclass in psychological warfare and one of poker's most iconic hands.
It was a good laydown, and he's going to do just that, and Phil Ivey is the guy who did not blink.
At the 2006 Intercontinental Poker Championship, Tony G faced Rolf Perry in a hand that became legendary. Tony G held ace and 2, and Perry had king and jack. After a series of bets, Tony G went all in, and Perry called.
I'm all in. All in. All in. You wanna do this? Do this properly. Yeah.
He's no joke, Perry. He did get third in the World Series main event in 2002.
The board ran out, and Tony G's hand held up.
Ace deuce against king jack. He's drawing semi-dead on the flop.
But it wasn't just the cards that made this hand memorable.
Get the board, baby. Yeah! Yeah, baby! Come on, Russian, get out.
It was Tony G's post-hand tirade.
Yeah! Look at this. Look how he's doing. Look how he's playing. Look how ugly this is. You're a professional player, and I can do this to you. You're a terrible player. This is disgraceful. Bring the Russians on. Bring more Russians on.
Tony G's had just started.
I'm here to get them all. You play that as bad as you can. Your career is finished. You are gone, gone, gone.
On high-stakes poker, Daniel Negreanu flopped a set of sixes, while Gus Hansen flopped a set of fives.
Both players have flopped sets. And Daniel is just going to call. He's going to let a card come off.
The turn brought another 5, giving Hansen quads.
Wow! Gus has made quads!
After a series of bets and raises, Negreanu called Hansen all in on the river, only to see the bad news.
I'm all in. Huh? I'm all in.
What else would Gus Hansen be raising you $165,000 with? And Daniel decides to call.
A brutal cooler, resulting in more than $500,000 pot, the largest in the show's history at that time. At the 2008 World Series of Poker main event, Phil Hellmuth held ace and king. and raised pre-flop. Christian and Dragomir called with 10 and 4. The flop came 9-10-7, giving Dragomir top pair.
Check.
Dragomir bets 300,000.
Dragomir bet and Hellmuth folded.
With ace queen or something. He's just a crazy guy trying to go broke.
Phil shows the ace king.
Upon seeing Dragomir's hand, Hellmuth erupted, calling him an idiot and the worst player in the history.
And everybody gangs up on Phil.
This is the state of poker. The guy is the worst player in history, and they're cheering. You are an idiot.
The floor issued a warning, and fellow players advised Hellmuth to calm down.
You're an idiot, is what you are.
That's 3 times.
Dragomir responded.
State of poker.
I'm an idiot with a stack. you don't have a stack.
A classic Hellmuth meltdown that became one of poker's most memorable moments.
That's all.
Whatever.
That's
I
all
don't want you playing
I
poker.
won't say anything more to you.
I don't want you
Phil,
playing
way
poker.
out of line
You're the
here.
worst player around. I won't call you.
Final hand. Heads up for the title. $8 million prize on the line. Scott Blumstein holds ace and 2. Denot has ace and 8.
And he can get back in it right now.
Yeah, with a double out, Blumstein's chip lead would be back down to less than 2-1.
The flop comes. Jack 6-5. Odd leads. The turn brings the 7. Odd still ahead. Then the river. 2.
I guess a deuce on the river.
Blumstein pairs his deuce. Just enough to win the hand, the bracelet, and more than $8 million. A 3-outer on the river to become world champion. Poker doesn't get more dramatic than this.
New Jersey's finest, from online grinder to world champion for Scott Blumstein.
This wasn't just a hand. It was a blueprint for a perfect trap. 1988, World Series of Poker main event final. Johnny Chan, flop stop pair. Eric Seidel, drawing slim. Chan slow plays. Calm, patient, deadly. Seidel barrels the river with queen high. All in, all hard, no showdown value. Chan snap calls and wins the bracelet with a smile.
Johnny Chan, the master, turns over his card, and once again, Johnny Chan has done it.
A hand so iconic, they recreated it in rounders.
I flopped the nut straight.
Sometimes the coolest move is doing nothing at all.
That's it.
This was the hand that redefined poker stakes. At the 2012 World Series of Poker Big One for one drop, with a $1 million buy-in, Antonio Esfandiari faced Sam Trickett heads up. Esfandiari flopped trip 5s, Trickett had a flush draw. All the chips went in.
And Sam says, how about 5 million more?
That's a 4 bet, and Trickett now has committed 40% of his stack to this pot.
All in.
All in.
Cool.
And Trickett will call with the draw. If Sam can get lucky, this battle will be nearly even.
The turn and river breaks.
Antonio has done it.
Esfandiari clinched the title and more than $18 million, the largest single payout in poker history. A legendary moment that still resonates in the poker world.
But it's even more amazing he had the presence of mind to take his glasses off so they didn't get crushed.
From fearless bluffs to folds that defy belief, these hands are what make poker one of the most interesting games on the planet. Which hand blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments.
Walks away with 18 million plus.